Top 10 pets for families that won't drive you insane. So you're thinking about adding a furry, scaly, or feathery member to your family? Bless your heart. But before you dive headfirst into the adorable abyss, let's be real, not all pets are created equal when tiny humans are involved. Buckle up, Buttercup, because we're counting down the top 10 pets for families that hopefully won't end up in a shelter or your kids' nightmares. Without further ado, let's jump right into the list, shall we? Number 1, dogs the loyal maniacs, but choose wisely. Okay, I know. Dogs are like the avocado toast of the pet world, everyone expects them. But there's a reason they're consistently at the top of the best family pets lists. A good dog is a furry, four-legged ray of sunshine that brings love, laughter, and a whole lot of slobber into your life. But here's the thing, not all dogs are created equal. Choosing the right breed for your family is crucial. It's like assembling IKEA furniture, mess up one step, and chaos ensues. So let's break it down. When kids are involved, you need a dog with patience of a saint. Small children can be a lot. You need a dog that can tolerate having their ears pulled, their tails tugged, and being used as a living pillow. Breeds like Golden Retrievers, Labrador Retrievers, and even Bulldogs, despite their grumpy faces, are generally known for their gentle and tolerant nature. Energy to burn, but not too much. You want a dog that can keep up with the kids, but not one that needs to run a marathon before breakfast. Mid-energy breeds like Beagles or Cavalier King Charles Spaniels can be a good fit. Low aggression, high sociability, this is non-negotiable. The dog should be good with other animals and people. Always meet the dog or puppy and observe their behavior before bringing them home. Now let's talk breeds to consider with caution. Herding breeds, Border Collies, Australian Shepherds, super smart, but also super high energy. If they're not properly stimulated, they'll herd your kids, your cats, and probably the mailman. Terriers, Jack Russells, Fox Terriers, full of personality, but can be a bit intense. They're often high-strung and have a strong prey drive. Toy breeds, Chihuahuas, Pomeranians, while cute, they can be fragile and might not tolerate rough handling from young children. But before you run out and adopt the first adorable puppy you see, here's the real talk. Supervision is key. No matter how great a dog is, never leave young children unsupervised with them. Training is essential. Even the chillest dog needs training to understand basic commands and boundaries. Adoption is awesome. Consider adopting a rescue dog. There are tons of amazing dogs in shelters who would love a second chance at a loving home. Plus, you can often get valuable insights into their personality and temperament from the shelter staff. So, there you have it. Dogs can be incredible family pets, but it's all about choosing the right dog and putting in the work to train them. Do your research, meet the dog, and make sure they're a good fit for your family's lifestyle. And remember, a happy dog equals a happy family, mostly. Number 2. Pigs, the surprisingly clean, intelligent, and destructive roommates. Maybe. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Pigs? Are you insane? But hold your horses, because mini pigs, and I stress the mini part, are gaining popularity as family pets, and for some good reasons. They are intelligent, social, and surprisingly clean. But I also have to be real with you, they're not for everyone. This is definitely an advanced pet choice. So what makes pigs potentially awesome family pets? Intelligence overload. Pigs are seriously smart, like almost dog-level smart. They can be trained to do tricks, use a litter box, and even respond to commands. This makes them incredibly engaging and rewarding to interact with. Surprisingly clean. Yes, I said clean. Pigs don't sweat, so they don't have that doggy odor. They can be trained to use a litter box, and they generally keep their living area tidy. Social butterflies. Sometimes pigs are social animals, and they can form strong bonds with their human families. They enjoy cuddling, playing, and interacting with their environment. Okay, here's the reality check. Pig ownership isn't all sunshine and snout oops. Size matters. This is huge. Many breeders will sell you a mini pig that ends up being a not-so-mini 200-plus pound hog. Research breeders carefully and understand the expected adult size of the pig you're considering. Destructive potential. Pigs are natural rooters. It's in their DNA. They love to dig, chew, and explore with their snouts. If they're bored or lack stimulation, they can wreak havoc on your house. They're not dogs. Don't expect a pig to be a dog. They have different needs and behaviors. They require specialized care, including a proper diet, a safe and enriching environment, and regular vet checkups. Zoning laws. Check your local zoning laws. Many areas have restrictions on owning pigs as pets. If you're seriously considering a pig as a family pet, do your homework. Visit breeders, talk to pig owners, and research everything you can. Here's a quick checklist. Legitimate breeder. Avoid breeders who promise teacup pigs or who can't provide references. Enough space. Pigs need space to roam, root, and explore. A large, securely fenced yard is essential. Pig-proofing. Prepare your house for a curious, snout-powered creature. Education. Learn about pig nutrition, health, and behavior. Veterinary care. Find a vet who specializes in pigs. So, pigs as family pets? It's a controversial choice, but it can work for the right family with the right pig. Just remember, they're not impulse buys. They're a long-term commitment that requires research, patience, and a good sense of humor. If you do it right, you might just find yourself with a surprisingly intelligent, affectionate, and slightly muddy member of the family. But don't say I didn't warn you about the potential for chaos. You heard that right. Pigs can be a great option too. But hey, are you a bit on the quieter side and still want an awesome pet? Here is a great option for you. Number 3, fish, the Zen masters of the tank, or how to decorate and procrastinate. Okay, let's talk about the unsung heroes of the pet world, fish. Forget the cuddles, forget the walks in the park. Fish are all about the aesthetic. A well-maintained aquarium is basically living art, a mesmerizing focal point that can transform any room. Plus, they're relatively low maintenance unless you get really into it. So why are fish a good option for families? Calming effect. Staring at a tank full of fish is like a mini vacation for your brain. It's relaxing, meditative, and can help reduce stress. Perfect for those days when the kids are driving you up the wall. Also, a low allergy potential. If you're dealing with allergies in the family, fish are a great option. They don't shed, they don't produce dander, and they don't lick your face. Unless you have a really strange fish. Responsibility lessons. Fish teach kids about responsibility without the overwhelming demands of a dog or cat. They need to be fed, the tank needs to be cleaned, and the water needs to be changed. These tasks are manageable for even younger children with proper supervision. Budget-friendly to start. While setting up a tank can involve an initial investment, the ongoing costs are relatively low compared to other pets. Food is cheap and you don't need to buy them toys or take them to the groomer. But before you go out and buy a SpongeBob aquarium, let's talk about the realities, the nitrogen cycle. This is the single most important thing you need to understand about keeping fish. It's a complex biological process that involves beneficial bacteria breaking down waste in the tank. Mess it up, and your fish will die. Tank maintenance. While fish are relatively low maintenance, the tank itself requires regular cleaning. This includes water changes, gravel vacuuming, and algae removal. Fish compatibility. Not all fish get along. Some are aggressive, some are territorial, and some are just plain bullies. Do your research before adding fish to your tank. Fish can get sick, just like any other animal. Common fish diseases include itch, fin rot, and fungus. Here are a few tips for setting up a successful family fish tank. Start small. A 10-gallon tank is a great size for beginners. It's easy to maintain and relatively inexpensive to set up. Choose hardy fish, Goldfish and bettas are great starter fish due to their hardiness and how well they handle fluctuating parameters. Research, learn about the specific needs of the fish you want to keep. Cycle the tank. Before adding any fish, you need to cycle the tank. This establishes the beneficial bacteria that are essential for a healthy aquarium. Don't overfeed. Overfeeding is one of the most common mistakes that beginners make. Feed your fish only what they can eat in a few minutes. So, fish as family pets? They might not be cuddly, but they're fascinating, calming, and relatively easy to care for. Plus, a well-maintained aquarium can add a touch of zen to any home. Just remember to do your research, understand the nitrogen cycle, and avoid overfeeding. And who knows, you might just find yourself becoming obsessed with aquascaping. Just don't blame me when you start spending all your money on fancy plants and CO2 systems. Okay, now for the tiny creatures that pack a whole lot of sass. Number 4, hamsters pocket-sized mayhem. The starter pet hamsters. The quintessential starter pet. Small, fluffy, and seemingly low maintenance. But don't let their size fool you. These little guys are packed with personality and a surprising amount of chaos. They're cute, yes, but they also come with a unique set of challenges. Think of them as tiny, furry roommates with nocturnal tendencies. Why are hamsters often the go-to for families with young kids? Manageable size, they're small. They don't take up much space. A good-sized cage can fit in a bedroom or play area, making them perfect for smaller homes. Relatively low cost initially compared to dogs or cats, hamsters are relatively inexpensive to acquire. The initial setup costs, cage, food bowl, water bottle are also manageable. Responsibility 101. Hamsters are a great way to teach kids about responsibility. They need to be fed, their water needs to be changed, and their cage needs to be cleaned regularly. But let's be honest, hamsters aren't all sunshine and sunflower seeds. Nocturnal, nightmare, hamsters are nocturnal. This means they're most active at night when everyone else is trying to sleep. Prepare for the sound of squeaky wheels and frantic digging at 3 a.m. Short lifespan, hamsters only live for 1 to 3 years. This can be emotionally challenging for children, especially when it's their first pet. Biting potential, hamsters can bite, especially if they're startled or mishandled. Cage cleaning. While they're small, hamster cages need to be cleaned regularly to prevent odors and disease. Escape artists. Hamsters are surprisingly good at escaping their cages. If you're considering a hamster, here's what you need to know. Cage size matters. Bigger is always better. Hamsters need plenty of space to run, play, and explore. Wire cages are preferable to plastic cages as they provide better ventilation. Solid wheel. Avoid wire wheels as they can injure a hamster's feet. Choose a solid surface wheel that's large enough for the hamster to run comfortably. Hiding places. Hamsters need a place to hide and feel safe. Provide a small house or tunnel where they can retreat. Bedding. Use a safe and absorbent bedding material such as paper-based bedding or aspen shavings. Avoid cedar or pine shavings as they can be toxic to hamsters. Diet. Hamsters need a balanced diet that consists of hamster food, fresh vegetables, and occasional treats. Avoid sugary or fatty foods. So, are hamsters good family pets? They can be. They're small, relatively inexpensive, and they teach kids about responsibility. But it's important to be realistic about their nocturnal habits, short lifespan, and potential for biting. If you're prepared for the challenges, a hamster can be a fun and rewarding addition to the family. Just don't expect to get much sleep. Now let's talk about a close relative of the hamster, but arguably better. Number 5. Guinea pigs. The fluffy potatoes of joy, more than just starter pets. Guinea pigs. These little guys are often overshadowed by hamsters, but they deserve a spotlight of their own. They're social, affectionate, and full of personality. Think of them as fluffy, four-legged potatoes that squeak with excitement. They're not quite as independent as cats, but they're way more interactive than fish, and they don't run on a wheel all night, which is a definite win. So why are guinea pigs awesome family pets? Social butterflies. Guinea pigs are highly social animals and they thrive on interaction. They love to be petted, cuddled, and talked to. They're also very vocal, making a variety of squeaks, chirps, and whistles to communicate. Diurnal delight. Unlike hamsters, guinea pigs are most active during the day, which means you can actually interact with them without disrupting your sleep schedule. Relatively easy to handle, guinea pigs are generally docile and easy to handle, making them a good choice for children. They're also less likely to bite than hamsters. Teach responsibility. Caring for guinea pigs teaches kids about responsibility, including feeding, cleaning, and providing enrichment. But don't be fooled by their cuteness. Guinea pigs require specific care. They need friends. Guinea pigs should always be kept in pairs or small groups. They get lonely and depressed when kept alone. Big cage, big needs. Guinea pigs need a large cage with plenty of space to roam, play, and hide. Wire cages with solid bottoms are preferable to plastic cages. Vitamin C is key. Guinea pigs can't produce their own vitamin C, so they need to get it from their diet. Provide them with a variety of fresh vegetables, such as bell peppers, kale, and parsley. Cage cleaning. Guinea pig cages need to be cleaned regularly to prevent odors and disease. Spot cleaning should be done daily, and a full cage cleaning should be done weekly. Veterinary care. Guinea pigs can get sick, just like any other animal. Here are a few tips for keeping guinea pigs happy and healthy. Adopt, don't shop. Consider adopting a guinea pig from a local rescue or shelter. Provide enrichment. Guinea pigs need toys and activities to keep them entertained. This includes tunnels, chew toys, and cardboard boxes. Handle with care. Guinea pigs are delicate animals, so handle them gently. Always support their body when picking them up. Watch for signs of illness. If your guinea pig is acting lethargic, not eating, or has any other unusual symptoms, take them to the vet immediately. Litter training. Guinea pigs can be litter trained, which makes cage cleaning much easier. So, are guinea pigs good family pets? Absolutely. They're social, affectionate, and relatively easy to care for. Plus, they're a lot of fun to watch. If you're looking for a small pet that's full of personality, a guinea pig might be the perfect fit for your family. Just remember to provide them with a friend, a big cage, and lots of vitamin C. And get ready for a symphony of squeaks. So now that we got our furry friends out of the way, let's talk about our feathery friend next up. Number 6, birds, the feathered geniuses and occasional divas of the pet world. Birds, often underestimated, but these feathered friends can bring a unique blend of intelligence, beauty, and sometimes a whole lot of noise into your home. Forget the quiet cuddles. Birds are about vibrant personalities and, in some cases, the ability to tell you exactly what they think of your outfit. Think of them as the chatty, flamboyant roommates who demand attention and sometimes a specific type of seed. So, why consider a bird as a family pet? Intelligence and trainability. Many birds, especially parrots and budgies, are incredibly intelligent. They can be trained to do tricks, mimic speech, and even solve puzzles. This makes them engaging and rewarding to interact with. Long lifespan. For some, depending on the species, birds can live for many years, even decades. This makes them a long-term commitment, but it also means you'll have plenty of time to bond with your feathered companion. Relatively low maintenance. Compared to dogs, birds don't need to be walked, trained, or housebroken. Their care mainly involves feeding, cleaning their cage, and providing enrichment. Unique personalities. Birds have distinct personalities. Some are cuddly and affectionate, while others are independent and playful. You're sure to find a bird that fits your family's lifestyle. But before you flock to the pet store, let's talk about the realities of bird ownership. Noise levels. Birds can be loud. They squawk, chirp, and sing. Some species are louder than others, so do your research before choosing a bird. Mess makers. Birds are messy eaters. They scatter seeds, drop feathers, and sometimes fling their food. Specialized care. Birds require specialized care, including a proper diet, a spacious cage, and regular vet checkups. Biting potential. Birds can bite, especially if they feel threatened or mishandled. Feather dust. Birds produce feather dust, which can be an allergen for some people. Here are a few tips for choosing the right bird for your family. Consider your lifestyle. How much time do you have to spend with your bird each day? Are you prepared for the noise? Do your research. Learn about the specific needs of the bird you're considering. Start small. Budgies and finches are great starter birds for families. Provide enrichment. Birds need toys and activities to keep them entertained. This includes swings, ladders, and chew toys. Regular vet checkups. Birds need to see a veterinarian regularly to ensure they're healthy. So, are birds good family pets? They can be. They're intelligent, engaging, and full of personality. But it's important to be prepared for the noise, the mess, and the specialized care. If you're willing to put in the effort, a bird can bring a unique and rewarding dimension to your family's life. Just don't be surprised if it starts critiquing your interior decorating. If that's a little too loud for you, how about we explore our quiet yet cuddly friends? I am talking about cats. Number 7, cats, the aloof overlords, but also the snuggly sidekicks. Cats, the internet's reigning monarchs, the masters of the nap, and the creatures who have somehow convinced us to clean their litter boxes. Whether they're aloof and independent or clingy and cuddly, cats have a way of winning our hearts. Think of them as the roommates who occasionally deign to grace us with their presence, but mostly just judge us from atop the highest shelf. Why are cats such popular family pets? Relatively independent. Cats are known for being relatively independent, which makes them a good choice for busy families. They don't need to be walked, and they can be left alone for longer periods than dogs. Cleanliness experts. Cats are meticulous groomers. They keep themselves clean and rarely need to be bathed. Affectionate on their terms. While cats can be aloof, they're also capable of great affection. They show love through purring, headbutting, and rubbing against your legs. Stress relievers. Studies have shown that interacting with cats can lower stress levels and blood pressure. But before you adopt the first fluffy kitten you see, let's talk about the realities of cat ownership. Scratching. Cats need to scratch to sharpen their claws and stretch their muscles. Provide them with a scratching post to prevent them from destroying your furniture. Litter box duty. Cats need a clean litter box. Scooping the litter box is a daily chore that you can't skip. Allergies. Cat allergies are common. If you are allergic to cats, consider a hypoallergenic breed. Predatory instincts. Cats have a strong prey drive. They may hunt birds, mice, and other small animals. Hairballs. Cats can get hairballs, which can be unpleasant for both you and the cat. Brush your cat regularly to prevent hairballs. Here are a few tips for keeping your cat happy and healthy. Provide enrichment. Cats need toys and activities to keep them entertained. This includes scratching posts, puzzle toys, and climbing structures. Regular vet checkups. Cats need to see a veterinarian regularly to ensure they're healthy. Feed a high-quality diet. Cats need a diet that's high in protein and low in carbohydrates. Provide fresh water. Cats need access to fresh water at all times. Create a safe space. Cats need a safe space where they can retreat when they feel stressed. So, are cats good family pets? They can be. They're relatively independent, clean, and affectionate. But it's important to be prepared for the scratching, the litter box, and the occasional hairball. If you're willing to put in the effort, a cat can bring joy, companionship, and a healthy dose of feline attitude to your family. Just don't expect them to always listen to you. So, we are heading toward the end of the list. If you've made it this far, you are in for a treat. But hold on to your horses, cause next up is the cold-blooded creature that requires no love. Number 8. Snakes, the scaly Zen masters, misunderstood and mesmerizing. Snakes. The pet that elicits a very strong reaction from people, whether it's fear, fascination, or a combination of both. Snakes definitely aren't your average family pet. But for the right family, they can be surprisingly low maintenance, captivating, and even cuddly. Okay, maybe not cuddly, but definitely interesting. Think of them as the quiet, mysterious roommates who don't require walks and only eat once a week. So why might a snake be a good fit for your family? Low maintenance. This is the biggest draw for many people. Snakes require minimal feeding. Their enclosures are relatively easy to clean, and they don't need to be walked or played with. Hypoallergenic. Snakes don't produce dander or shed fur, making them a good choice for people with allergies. Quiet and clean. Snakes are quiet pets, and they don't produce strong odors. Fascination and education. Snakes are fascinating creatures to observe. They can teach kids about biology, ecology, and the importance of respecting all animals. Long lifespan. Many snakes can live for 10 to 20 years or even longer. But before you rush out to buy a boa constrictor, let's talk about the realities of snake ownership. Feeding frozen rodents. This is the biggest hurdle for most people. Snakes need to be fed frozen rodents, which can be a bit squeamish-inducing. Escapes. Snakes are escape artists. You need a secure enclosure with a tight-fitting lid to prevent them from getting loose.
Specialized care. Snakes require specialized care, including a proper enclosure, a heat source, and a humidity gradient. Biting potential. While most snakes are docile, they can bite if they feel threatened. Misconceptions and fear. Snakes are often misunderstood and feared.
Here are a few tips for choosing the right snake for your family. Start with a docile species. Corn snakes and ball pythons are the most popular choices for beginners. They're docile, easy to handle, and relatively small. Research, learn about the specific needs of the snake you're considering. Buy from a reputable breeder. Avoid buying snakes from pet stores as they may be unhealthy or poorly cared for. Provide a secure enclosure. Make sure the enclosure is escape-proof and has the proper heat source and humidity gradient. Handle regularly. Handle your snake regularly to acclimate it to human interaction. So, are snakes good family pets? They're definitely not for everyone. But for the right family, they can be surprisingly rewarding, low maintenance, and fascinating. If you're willing to overcome your fears, learn about their unique needs, and feed them frozen mice, a snake might just be the unexpected addition your family needs. Just don't be surprised when your guests give you the side eye. If you are not afraid of animals with no bones, then you will for sure love what we got next. Number 9, turtles. The ancient Zen masters of longevity, patience is a virtue. Turtles. These ancient reptiles are the epitome of slow and steady. Forget the hyperactive energy of a puppy. Turtles are all about a calm, deliberate pace. They're quiet, fascinating to observe, and can live for decades, making them a true long-term commitment. Think of them as the roommates who require minimal interaction but offer a glimpse into the ancient world right in your living room. Why might a turtle be a good fit for your family? Long lifespan. This is a huge factor. Turtles can live for decades, even centuries. This means you're getting a pet for life, or even for generations to come.
Low maintenance. Relatively, turtles don't need to be walked, cuddled, or trained. Their care mainly involves feeding, cleaning their enclosure, and providing proper lighting and heating. Hypoallergenic. Turtles don't produce dander or shed fur, making them a good choice for people with allergies. Quiet and calm. Turtles are quiet pets and they don't require a lot of interaction. This makes them a good choice for families with busy lifestyles. Educational opportunity. Turtles can teach kids about biology, ecology, and the importance of conservation. But before you shell out your cash for a turtle, let's talk about the realities of turtle ownership. Specialized care. Turtles require specialized care, including a proper enclosure, a heat lamp, a UVB lamp, and a specific diet. Large enclosures. Many turtles require large enclosures, especially as they grow. This can take up a lot of space in your home. Salmonella risk. Turtles can carry salmonella bacteria. It's important to wash your hands thoroughly after handling a turtle or cleaning its enclosure. Biting potential. Turtles can bite, especially if they feel threatened. Long-term commitment. Are you really ready for a pet that could potentially outlive you? Here are a few tips for choosing the right turtle for your family. Research, research, research. Learn about the specific needs of the turtle you're considering. Consider the size. Different turtle species grow to different sizes. Choose a species that's appropriate for the amount of space you have. Proper enclosure. Provide a large enclosure with a proper heat lamp, UVB lamp, and a basking area. Balanced diet. Feed your turtle a balanced diet that consists of commercial turtle food, fresh vegetables, and occasional treats. Regular vet checkups. Turtles need to see a veterinarian regularly to ensure they're healthy. So, are turtles good family pets? They can be, but only if you're prepared to commit to their specialized needs and their incredibly long lifespan. They might not be cuddly or playful, but they offer a unique glimpse into the natural world and a reminder to slow down and appreciate the simple things. If you're looking for a pet that embodies patience and wisdom, a turtle might just be the perfect addition to your family. Just be prepared to explain to your grandchildren why you still have the same pet. So this is the final spot, and you have been very patient to have gotten here, so I am just going to give you the best of the best. With no further ado, here we are. Number 10, rabbits, the hopping bundles of fluff. More than just Easter bunnies. Rabbits. Often relegated to the realm of Easter decorations, these furry friends are so much more than just springtime novelties. They're intelligent, social, and can be incredibly affectionate. Think of them as the roommates who require a bit more attention than cats, but offer a whole lot of personality and the cutest little nose twitches you've ever seen. They might not bark or meow, but they communicate in their own unique way, and once you learn to understand them, you'll be hooked. So, why might a rabbit be a good fit for your family? Intelligent and trainable. Rabbits are surprisingly intelligent. They can be litter trained, taught to come when called, and even learn simple tricks. Social and affectionate. Rabbits are social animals and thrive on interaction. They enjoy being petted, cuddled, and played with. They also form strong bonds with their human families. Relatively clean. Rabbits groom themselves regularly and are generally clean animals. Quiet pets. Rabbits are relatively quiet pets. They don't bark, meow, or make a lot of noise. Long lifespan. Rabbits can live for 8 to 12 years or even longer. But before you bring home a bunny, let's talk about the realities of rabbit ownership. Chewing. Rabbits love to chew. They'll chew on furniture, electrical cords, and anything else they can get their teeth on. Rabbit-proofing your home is essential. Litter box training. While rabbits can be litter trained, it takes time and patience. Specialized care. Rabbits require specialized care, including a proper enclosure, a balanced diet, and regular vet checkups. Delicate animals. Rabbits are delicate animals and can be easily injured if mishandled. Rabbit proofing. You need to rabbit proof your house if you are going to let them roam free. Here are a few tips for keeping your rabbit happy and healthy. Large enclosure. Provide a large enclosure with plenty of space to roam, play, and hide. Balanced diet. Feed your rabbit a balanced diet that consists of hay, fresh vegetables, and a small amount of pellets. Litter box. Provide a litter box with a safe and absorbent litter material. Chew toys. Provide plenty of chew toys to keep your rabbit from chewing on furniture. Regular vet checkups. Rabbits need to see a veterinarian regularly to ensure they're healthy. So, are rabbits good family pets? They absolutely can be. They're intelligent, social, and affectionate. But it's important to be prepared for the chewing, the litter box training, and the specialized care. If you're willing to put in the effort, a rabbit can bring joy, companionship, and a whole lot of fluffy cuteness to your family. Just be sure to hide your electrical cords. And there you have it, the top 10 pets for families. Remember, every pet is a commitment. Do your research, consider your family's lifestyle, and choose wisely. And if all else fails, just get a Roomba. Less shedding and fewer vet bills. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more chaotic family advice. What pets do you think are great for families? Let me know in the comments below. And remember, spay and neuter your pets. Unless you want a house full of mini pigs.